Now, live, this is CBS 4 News First at 5.
And First at 5 from your Super Bowl station. You're looking live right now from world-famous Ocean Drive, where celebrations are underway. You can see the fans are out there, and car traffic is totally off limits tonight.
Let's give you a live picture now from Dolphin Stadium, where in just a few hours, people will be getting ready for a major concert featuring Fergie, John Legend, and Kanye West. It's all leading up to the South Florida Showdown, Super Bowl 41, now just 3 days away. And we have the pleasure of being live here at the former Versace mansion, Casa Casuarina. It is beautiful, and where we are, the rooftop, they're turning it into a bar and lounge, the W Hotel on South Beach. And tonight, Shaq and his friends will party here for the first of many bashes to come.
Oh boy, everywhere you look here on South Beach, there's a bar and there's a party, people getting ready for a party. And you know, Maggie, right now, if you took a bowling ball and you rolled it down Ocean Drive, you would not hit a single car.
Yep.
You might hit a Bears or a Colts fan. And if you roll that bowling ball tonight, you could hit somebody like Shaq. So you definitely don't want to do that. But what a great place to be. The weather couldn't be better. We're getting a nice tan out here. But let me tell you right now, if you're planning on coming to Ocean Drive, you should know that there is no traffic. Traffic is completely off limits between 15th Street and 5th Street. That's the Motorola Mile, I'm being told, where there's all sorts of booths along that Ocean Drive. And right now, CBS 4's Gary Nelson has been checking out how people are dealing with the inconvenience. How are they doing, Gary?
Well, there is no inconvenience, Elliot. I can tell you it has been a beautiful afternoon, something of a slow afternoon, but it's even compared to a typical Saturday here on South Beach. Now, there have been no dire predictions, but police and officials on the beach are ready for street closures and that sort of thing should traffic as the weekend progresses get too heavy. It has not as yet. A good crowd, an enthusiastic crowd so far this Super Bowl weekend as the week wraps up and we begin to start the weekend having a great, safe time on South Beach. On world-famous Ocean Drive, no one is driving. Motorists from the mainland being detoured so as not to interfere with the fun going on Main Street, Sobe, or make that Motorola Mile. All things Super Bowl, of course, have a commercial sponsor. So much to do here. Play some football on the sand. Watch the TV shows broadcasting live. Call home to share the excitement.
I'm talking to my girlfriend whose son works for NFL Films, who got me the tickets to the Super Bowl.
It's nice to be connected, but even without tickets, there's still lots to eat.
To the Bears, to the Bears!
And drink. All this partying may be a bit annoying to non-partiers in the crowd. Are you a local person here on South Beach? You don't have time to be bothered? With no time to be bothered by all the fun, oh well. Some South Beachers are just calling it an early weekend.
Oh, I'm not leaving the beach. I've decided that I'm probably just going to leave my car here and just hang out.
Some can't just hang out, though, have to work, like those courageous cabbies out there.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts driving around here.
He'll make a lot of money, though. Speaking of money,
A necklace with a Super Bowl emblem on it. Go Colts, of course. Go Blue.
all that blue has vendors seeing lots of green. So much to see. All the Art Deco and the Art Deco. And some visitors arrived on South Beach, can you believe it, clueless. Did you come for the Super Bowl?
No, it just so happened that this was the week that
You didn't even know?
forgot totally about it until we got here.
You are the accidental tourist.
That's right, and it's wonderful.
Lots of parties to go to this weekend, but to get past most velvet ropes, you'll need a ticket or need to look very hot. To get in to the soiree, I got to get by you.
Absolutely.
And what are my chances? I made him laugh. Guys, are we ready to roll? Miami Beach's finest are, of course, ready to roll, but so far they haven't had to.
Not at all. Everybody's behaving well. Everybody's having a good time, and that's what it's all about. Weather's great. Can't complain. Welcome.
Welcome, indeed, to world-famous Ocean Drive. And a good time is being had indeed here on world-famous Ocean Drive. I would imagine by about this time, maybe a little later tomorrow night and Saturday, it's going to be difficult to move around here with all the Super Bowl celebrating going on. But right now, it's getting cranked up. No incidents to report at all so far. Good time being had by all. We're live on the beach. Gary Nelson, CBS 4 News.
Okay, Gary, thanks a lot. It's good to see that people are dealing with this and they're in good spirits. But you know what? A little bit later, when you get all the party animals that start coming to South Beach, it's going to be a different story.
Yeah, and the reason that they closed down Ocean Drive to traffic is because all those pedestrians will be there and they just don't want to take any chances. But let's talk about this weather.
You know what? When we were here a little while ago, I thought it was going to rain, and I was worried. We have a couple of umbrellas, but we don't need them.
You know what? It's February 1st, and I guarantee you that nowhere else in the country is having such a glorious start to the month as we are. CBS 4 meteorologist David Bernard is here with us, loving this assignment. It doesn't get much better than being on the roof of this mansion with the breeze blowing and the beach behind us.
I think that's a good way to put it. As long as the weather stays like this, then my job is easy, everybody's happy, and we don't hear any complaining, right?
Well, a little while ago, we were worried.
Really? You shouldn't have been. Did I tell you to worry?
No, you didn't.
No.
Well, there you go.
You still have that question mark
That's right.
on Sunday.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what the one weather condition has been today, and it's been the winds across the area. They've been very strong out of the south and southeast. In fact, right now we still see some of those winds right now gusting well over 20 miles per hour. These are sustained winds. You can see 20 at Pompano Beach, 21 at Opelika, and 10 at Homestead. Now, we have more of a warm-up on the way. In fact, let's take a look at what we're expecting. It could be near record warm tomorrow. 85 is the forecast high tomorrow for Miami, 80 on the beach, and 83 at Fort Lauderdale. But there are the records highs, so I don't think we'll see record heat tomorrow, but gives you an idea of just how hot it could get. Hey, speaking of getting hot, what about getting cold? I thought we would take a look at what the score is right now in Chicago and Indianapolis. Right now in Chicago, it's 23, Indianapolis, 26 degrees. So there you go. Eat your heart out, and if you're fortunate enough to be down here in South Florida, welcome. We've got some good stuff.
That's right.
That's right. We're winning by a lot.
Thank you,
Not
Dave.
even close.
Well, besides the weather and, of course, the big game on Sunday, another big draw this week is all the big celebrities that are coming to town. And that includes the ones that are performing during the pregame show of the Super Bowl and during halftime.
Yeah, and you know, when you talk about celebrities, Lisa Petrillo is never far away. Let's go to Lisa Petrillo right now, whose live has been talking to those celebs, and a lot of star power on South Beach, Lisa.
A lot of star power. I'm just getting my paperwork out of the way here. What it was today was a fabulous NFL entertainment press conference, which are usually really slow and really boring. And we're thinking, really, what's this all about? A Prince press conference. We know he's not going to show, and we know he's not going to answer any questions. But guess what? He did.
Contrary to rumor, I'd like to take a few questions right now.
Prince, how do you feel about performing in the Super Bowl?
With that, it was a little bit of a fake out. It was pretty amazing. Prince actually performed 3 songs today for the press who were here. Everybody was amazed that he sang 3 songs. He gave us a little sampling at what is going to be at the fabulous halftime show. He rocked the crowd. It was enormous. And then you're looking at this wonderful Pepsi can, a promotional thing. It's $100,000. People can go online to NFL.com and they can actually, it's some sort of an auction, and they can win it, get $100,000 and 2 lifetime forever Super Bowl tickets. Also at the fabulous press conference today was the one and only star power, the piano man himself, Billy Joel. Here's what he had to say.
It's a tough song. It's not the greatest song ever written. I mean, what it represents is a terrific thing, but America the Beautiful is actually a better song.
That's Billy Joel, of course, talking about that he's going to do the national anthem. He feels that America the Beautiful is a better song. What was great about Billy Joel, and we're going to come back to you at 6 o'clock because you got to watch this story. It's how he dissed and really verbally sparred with the press today, having a lot of fun, making fun of a lot of reporters. So we'll have to stay tuned for that at 6 o'clock. A fabulous halftime show with Prince, a pre-show, Cirque du Soleil, and set and costume designed by Romero Brito. Much more at 6. Lots to report on, lots of stars. Back to you.
Thank you, Lisa. You know, Billy Joel should have done what Prince did. I'm ready to take questions and then start playing.
Yeah, that was
He wouldn't have
awesome.
sparred with the press that way. All right, there's a lot of star power in all the stages and all the parties, but probably one of the biggest stars in sports right now is Peyton Manning, and he's going to be on the field on Sunday for the Colts.
He's not only a star because he plays football, he's a star because he's on TV all the time and all those commercials. This guy could sell you anything.
That's
Satellite service, cell phones, credit cards. Our Jim Barry sat down with Peyton today, and he joins us now live. JB?
And who knew that Peyton Manning actually had a personality? He seems so robotic, so rigid on the football field. But yes, he does have a personality, and no doubt about it, Peyton Manning is clearly Super Bowl 41's biggest star by far. He is rich. He is getting famous. Now all he needs is the crowning achievement of becoming a Super Bowl champion. Well, Manning and his coach Tony Dungy are kindred spirits. They both want to prove they can win the big one. Manning has Dan Marino's arm and a little bit of Joe Montana's savvy. And as we know, quarterbacking runs in his blood. His dad, Archie, played 15 years in the NFL with the New Orleans Saints, and his little brother, Eli, quarterbacks the New York Giants. In the playoffs, they have made rooting for Peyton a family affair, and he more than appreciates it.
You certainly appreciate the calls and the emails, and of course, we're in the text messaging era these days that you get during this time from your friends, from some people that you haven't heard from in a while. Just knowing that they're pulling for you, that they're watching the game. A lot of them are coming down to the game. Of course, a lot of them want tickets as well, as you can imagine. But sure, it makes you feel good to see the kind of support that you have.
Well, Peyton Manning right now is on pace to break many of Dan Marino's career records, but now in Dan's own South Florida backyard, he can get what Marino never did, and that is a Super Bowl championship. And who knows if, in fact, Peyton does get it done this Sunday in Super Bowl 41. He might just have his victory party here poolside at the old Versace mansion. What a sight that could be for Peyton and his family. And he might even have DJ Spinbad do the music for the victory party. We can't hear what he's playing, but I'm sure it's good. We are live poolside here. Let's go back upstairs.
All right, thank you, Jim. We don't know about that victory party, but we know this guy's going to have a big party tonight. The star-studded Super Bowl party hosted by the Heat's big man, Shaq, kicks off tonight. And CBS 4's Jill Martin will have exclusive access to the big event. She'll join us live with the preview in about half an hour.
The big celebrity party's really swing into high gear tomorrow night, and CBS 4 will be there as well. Your Super Bowl station has your exclusive party ticket.
It's part of our big coverage as your official Super Bowl station. We'll also bring you specials leading up to the big game live from here, Casa Casarina, the former Versace mansion, tonight and Friday night at 7 and on Saturday at noon, plus Sports Zone live on location at 7 p.m.
Our game day coverage kicks off at 8 o'clock from Dolphin Stadium. For a complete list of all the Super Bowl 41 events leading up to Big Sunday, go to CBS4.com, where the news is always on.
Also, first at 5, dozens of cruise ship passengers disembarking this morning at Port Everglades with norovirus symptoms.
That sick ship is getting a major cleaning before setting off again, which could happen at any time. CBS 4's Ted Scouten joins us now live from Port Everglades with the latest. Ted.
Hi, Maggie. Well, the Volendam is about ready to leave Port Everglades in just a few minutes from now. Now, this ship got a thorough cleaning from top to bottom once it got into port this morning. That's after hundreds of passengers got sick when it got here.
Germ killer.
A norovirus outbreak isn't stopping Marilyn Badalato from having a good time. She's hooping it up even before boarding the Holland America Volendam.
Yeah, we got sick.
But for 112 of the 2,000 people who just got off the ship, they're not having as much fun. They're getting on a bus designated for sick passengers.
Had terrible diarrhea, and the diarrhea was the worst of it, and vomiting.
Diarrhea and vomit. Now, those are words that no one wants to hear on vacation, but that's just what some were suffering from when the norovirus broke out on the Volendam.
It was pretty violent. It's one of the worst I've ever seen.
While on board, passengers say anyone who came down with symptoms was told to stay away from others, trying to stop the spread.
Some people were in their rooms for 5 days. I still don't feel good, and we've been dragging around here like crazy. It's awful.
Despite the inconvenience of being sick on vacation, everyone we spoke to gave Holland America high marks for their handling of it.
I was totally impressed with the way Holland America handled the illness, totally conscientiously and protective of all the population on the board.
So now workers are wearing gloves, and the crew, along with an outside company, are sterilizing handrails, chairs, any public areas of the ship to kill any remaining virus.
Going on the sick boat?
Yeah. Folks going on the next cruise hope when workers scrub the ship, they scrub it well.
Do you want some? Okay, I'm clean. I'm ready. Thank you.
Well, wasn't she having a good time? Live look now at that very clean ship that should be pulling out of Port Everglades in just a few minutes from now. It'll be making a 10-day cruise. It's going to go through the Panama Canal and end up in San Diego, California. We're live at Port Everglades. I'm Ted Scouten, CBS 4 News.
Okay, Ted, thank you. Coming up on CBS 4 News at 5, Governor Charlie Crist announces a plan that could do away with those controversial touchscreen voting machines. This comes after a CBS 4 I-Team investigation, the election question, in which Chief Investigator Michelle Gillen exposed some potential problems. Tonight, she's back asking the governor the tough questions.
And I'm Jill Martin, live at Casa Arena, where tonight Shaq will host his exclusive Super Bowl party. Take a look behind me. They're setting up right now. Only CBS 4 can take you inside. I'll have all the details coming up.
We'll show you the racy phone that we were able to buy at a local store and the response we got when we went looking for answers.
You're watching CBS 4 News at 5, your official Super Bowl station, live on South Beach. It is beautiful out here, and it's going to get a lot more crowded. Everybody wants to be here. We'll be right back.
South Florida real estate is through the roof. But if you buy a foreclosure, you can get a great deal, as long as you know exactly what you're doing. CBS 4 News takes you step by step through the process, revealing how to cash in on real estate's next hot market. Tonight at 11 on CBS 4 News.
It was only...
Welcome back to this special edition of CBS 4 News, live from Casa Arena. I couldn't believe I forgot my camera today, so I was walking around everywhere taking pictures with my cell phone, and maybe I'll use it as my wallpaper. Right now I have my daughter, which, as I'm learning, is a pretty tame thing compared to what's out there.
Yeah, and I know Daniela is too young for that, but my daughters have cell phones, and a lot of us parents think they're wonderful. But now some parents are very concerned because of the new technology with cell phones, and apparently there are some provocative pictures that children are using as wallpaper on their cell phones. Let's go to CBS 4's Leave Davalos for that story.
It's pretty shocking, and it's certainly something you don't expect to find when you buy a cell phone, but we found some pretty racy pictures on this Boost mobile cell phone we bought right here at this Walmart.
Oh my God.
Janet Sanchez can't believe her eyes when we show her what the choices for screen wallpaper are on this Boost mobile cell phone.
There you go, buy it for $199.
But you
could see it already. Right.
Sanchez says her 9-year-old son has a cell phone, and she's glad she didn't buy him this one.
But if I had bought him that and he would have seen that, and all of a sudden he shows it all to his friends, and oh, what a commotion. I know.
But Michelle March of Sebring, Florida her buy the $40 phone for her 14-year-old son and is furious the racy photos are on it.
There is no 18 or plus disclaimer. There is nothing in the paperwork on the phone which can tell the parent or the person buying the phone that this might even be possible on the phone.
We bought our own phone at this Doral Walmart and found all you had to do was scroll down the thumbnail wallpaper choices and you could choose for free from dozens of photos of semi-naked women with titles like Naked with Red Sheets, Squeeze 'em, and Bottoms Up.
It shouldn't be in the market at all, because you don't know who's going to have it in their hands. It could be a kid.
We contacted Walmart about the issue, and in a statement, a spokesperson told us we are looking into the customer's concerns. However, this phone is not unlike other cell phones that allow customers to choose among many features that use the internet, including downloading wallpaper for a fee. This is an issue that should be addressed by the cellular companies.
My question to Boost is, where's your morals?
We are still waiting for a response from Boost Mobile. In the meantime, though, parents, you need to be aware of what your kids could see if you buy them a Boost Mobile cell phone. In Doral, Leave Davalos, CBS 4 News.
An alert there for parents. Now, one of the great things about having the Super Bowl in South Florida is that the NFL partners with so many local organizations, charitable organizations to do good for the community. And one of them is taking place right now. It's called Blitz to Build 2007. Today was the 4th day of the Blitz to Build, 12 houses in 12 days. 150 volunteers were on hand drilling, painting, and working on roofs.
Well, I appreciate all the volunteers. It's great that they've been out here helping us. We've been working very hard. They've been working very hard, and it's a privilege to have them here helping us, and I am so thankful.
Now, this is badly needed in this community where there's a shortage of affordable housing. Habitat homes are priced from $105,000 to $110,000.
Well, it was great house building weather, great hanging on Ocean Drive weather, great just about anything weather today.
It has been awesome. In fact, I've been tempted on jumping into that Versace pool down there.
Good luck with that. We may get kicked out of here.
It is so nice. Before the night's over, the manager told me that maybe somebody would do that. But let's talk right now about the Super Bowl forecast, because for the last few days, David Bernard has had that annoying question mark.
Yeah.
Showers and question mark. We just want to get rid of that word altogether.
You know how annoying I can be at times, and
Not-
especially.
it's not you.
Oh, okay.
Don't take it
I won't take it personally this time. Let's start there. Let's jump right into Sunday, the big game, and kind of get an idea of what we can expect. And here's the preview. Could be rainy. I think breezy and cooler, and kickoff temperature at 6:30, about 69 degrees. So, it may just kind of be so-so. Here's our weather right now, which is not so-so over South Florida. Check it out. We're in the mid and upper 70s right now. Key West, 78 degrees. And the humidity, that's up today, and so is the stickiness scale. It's a 3, but that's still fairly comfy. And we have southeast winds at 16. So here's a look at our weather today. The headline was windy and warm, but very stormy in the Panhandle, where they've had a tornado watch in effect. That weather is staying to our north for the time being. In fact, the true view for tomorrow will show a mixture of sun and clouds across the area. There will be a chance for a few showers around, but I don't think it'll be a washout of a day. We'll call it breezy humidity with a chance of a shower or a storm. Now, as we go further into Saturday, that front is going to get even closer. More clouds on Saturday. I'll say sun at times and some muggy showers around. And here we go into Sunday. Again, the front's going to be over us or possibly moving through. Could be super soggy, and it will be turning breezy and cooler. Here's the South Florida forecast for tonight. It's a dandy, a warm breeze with windy beaches, 72 for the low. For tomorrow, we're heading to 85 for the high. Windy and warm, a few showers or a spotty storm will be possible. On the water, we have a small craft advisory, south to southwest winds tomorrow, 15 to 25 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, and the bays will see a moderate chop. And here we go into Sunday. Again, tomorrow I'll call it truly tropical with spotty storms, 81, more clouds and some muggy showers around on Saturday. And yeah, there you see it on Sunday. I don't think it's a question of will it rain on Sunday. It just is how widespread it's going to be. And it's probably going to be kind of cloudy and on the breezy side, and it won't be as warm as it is today and probably tomorrow. So maybe it won't be all that bad, but once you get to game time, a few showers, that's not going to...
So you're putting that question mark just to make us feel good.
Well, it's they keep me around and make me relevant.
Just to be...
Job security.
There you
Thanks,
go.
David.
All right, thank you, David. All right, coming up, a real heartbreaking story out of a small-town high school. A smoky 5-alarm fire destroys much of a building. Find out how the widespread damage could have been prevented.
Also, check this out, a tug-of-war with an 80,000-pound airplane.
Plus, a newborn who's a real heavyweight. Take a guess how much this big baby weighs. Think about it. We're going to tell you when we come back.
You're watching CBS 4 News live from South Beach. Keep it right here. Welcome back. This is going to seem like a random comment, but bear with me here. I can tell you that being pregnant and giving birth is not exactly the most comfortable thing in life.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, but it's great having the father there to give you emotional support, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, but imagine what it was like for this lady in Mexico who had this guy carrying around, this not-so-little guy, I should say. The newborn weighs 14.5 pounds. He's 22 inches long, and he has a huge appetite. I guess that's... just a regular baby next to, just to show comparison. He gulps down 5 ounces of milk every 3 hours. His parents have named him Antonio, but his nickname is Super Tonio. He reminds me of the guy who's going to be at this party here tonight.
Yeah, he
Shaq,
goes
I
by
wonder
the
if he's like
name
that.
Superman, and he's hosting 60 or so of his closest friends in a party that, as he says, is going to be just like him, big and sexy. CBS 4's Jill Martin will have exclusive access to this soiree. She's going to be here with more details about what's being planned poolside.
I'm Natalia Zaya live at the NFL Experience, where the crowd is getting pumped up to check out a superstar concert. We'll show you who's performing and how you can get access coming up.
Also, safer at school. School employees are getting a lesson in learning how to save your child's life, and we're going to tell you how it was all made possible.
And let the countdown begin, not to the Super Bowl, but to the release date of the next Harry Potter book. We're going to have it for you when we come back.
We're your Super Bowl station, and we're live on South Beach right now. CBS 4 News, first at 5. We'll be right back.
You're watching CBS 4 News First at 5 with Maggie Rodriguez and Elliot Rodriguez.
And some bears on bikes. Welcome back, everybody. Here's a look at some of the stories happening right now. The norovirus has apparently struck again.
Yeah, this is happening often on cruise ships. 112 people got sick aboard the Holland American ship, the MS Volendam. Now, they came down with the symptoms of the norovirus. Those passengers were told to stay in their cabins during the trip. The ship returned to Port Everglades this morning. Workers sterilized it, and it's set to head back out to sea today.
Also, 3 local children are at risk of losing their mother. Claudia Ramirez is in jail and said to be deported to Colombia because she's not a legal U.S. resident. Her family is asking Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart and his brother, Congressman Lincoln Diaz-Balart, to help fight this immigration battle. The Diaz-Balarts say they will call on Congress to help. We'll have more on this coming up at 6.
And another call for change. Governor Charlie Crist is in South Florida to push scrapping those touchscreen voting machines. He wants to spend millions of dollars to make sure there is a paper trail when counting your votes. But not everyone is happy about the proposal. CBS 4 investigator Michelle Gillen has more on the touchscreen troubles, new at 6.
Right now we have some breaking news for you regarding the federal minimum wage.
Let's go to the newsroom and Jennifer Santiago with the latest. Jen.
Elliot, Maggie, a lot of working folks are applauding this one. The Senate voted overwhelmingly in favor for the increase in the minimum wage, the first one in 2 decades. It would bring the minimum wage to $7.25. It's a $2.10 increase over the next 2 years. But this does come with a controversial package, tax cuts for small businesses and also an increase in taxes for $1 million plus executives. So again, an increase in the minimum wage has passed with overwhelming approval in the Senate. In the newsroom, Jennifer Santiago, CBS 4 News.
Okay, Jennifer, thanks. Now, we told you at the top of the show that Ocean Drive is closed from 15th to 5th. And I'm looking over my shoulder here, and you see more and more people arriving. And later tonight, there's going to be a huge celebration. I mean, big and sexy, right here at Casa Arena.
Big and sexy, just like the man throwing it. Shaquille O'Neal, of course, the Miami Heat center, who's going to be the center of attention at this bash. And when he does something, he does it outright. CBS 4's Jill Martin has exclusive access to the party and all the coverage. She's got a sneak peek for us. Jill?
Hey, Maggie and Elliot. That's right. Big and sexy, as Shaq put it. Now, after the Heat take care of the Cavs tonight at the AAA, Shaq the Diesel will head over here to Casa Arena for his exclusive Super Bowl party. And take a look behind me. Ralph, get this right now. They are setting up right now for all the festivities, and only CBS 4 can bring you all the details. All right, we're here with Joel Feinberg, owner of 790 The Ticket. Joel, what's going on here this weekend?
We got a Super Bowl kickoff party here.
Well, tonight, one of the biggest names in sports will throw the biggest Super Bowl party in South Beach.
60 of the hottest people in town for the Super Bowl will enjoy a dinner with Shaq.
They're calling it Shaq's Sexy 60. 60 of the biggest names in entertainment and sports will sit poolside with the Diesel and enjoy dinner catered by the famous Cafe Materano. So what is he going to serve? What's on the menu? Can you give us a sneak peek?
Meatballs, cheese sticks.
So who made this exclusive guest list? Peyton Manning's little bro Eli, Kanye West, Jeremy Piven, Queen Latifah, Nick Lachey, and more.
Tonight, all the guests will come in the front door and walk the red carpet for dinner with Shaq.
DJ Irie, Materano, The Diesel. This should be quite a party. So for everyone watching at home, how do they get tickets?
Tonight, it's invite only. I'm sorry.
Invite only. You'll have to stick with us. Well, of course, we'll have your VIP pass. Now, I was just told Common will be performing, possibly with Kanye West. We'll see if that happens tonight. All the VIPs and the celebs are expected to arrive around 10 p.m. tonight. And, of course, we'll have all the action for you tonight at 11. We're live by the pool. Let's send it back up to you.
All right, Jill, Kanye's going to be a busy man tonight because he's also going to be out live at Dolphin Stadium. They're having a concert series tonight and tomorrow night. He's one of the headliners tonight along with John Legend and Fergie. Fergalicious.
I love the song. I didn't know it was Fergie who sang it.
Elliot loves
I am learning so many things over here, but let's go to somebody who probably knows Fergie better than I do. Natalia Zaya is live at Dolphin Stadium, where there's a big bash that's going to take place tonight. Right, Natalia?
Yeah, you really can't complain about an assignment like this. I mean, these are hip-hop and R&B superstars. John Legend, Kanye West, Ludacris, and Fergie, all in one place at one time. Tickets aren't too bad either when you're considering that. It's really going to be a great show. Earlier today, we went into the Pepsi Smash concert venue. Everything is almost set up. The bleachers are ready. The VIP section's almost finished. The sound checks are done. And check out how small and intimate the venue is. It's just 4,000 seats. There are no bad seats when the venue is that small. Now, we're going to show you a schedule of the performers and what time they're going to be performing. John Legend will sing his romantic songs from 8 to 8:30. Then from 8:45 to 9:15, Fergie and Ludacris will join forces to tear up the stage. And from 9:30 to 10:30, the headliner, hip-hop star Kanye West will perform. Now, if you want to check out all of these performances, there are still tickets left. All the cheap tickets are gone, but for $50, you can sit in the VIP section and check all of these out. You can still get tickets. You can get hold of Ticketmaster, or you can come here to the NFL Experience. They're still selling tickets here. Either way, we will be there. We'll bring you the highlights of that concert tonight on CBS 4 News Tonight. That's at 11 in Dolphin Stadium. Natalia Zayas, CBS 4 News.
Thanks, Natalia. You a Ludacris fan too?
No, tell me one of his songs.
Shake your money maker. La, la, la,
Oh,
la,
I
la,
love
la,
that
la.
one too. I'm learning so much.
Who
I
knew?
love this.
All right, we have a question for you now. Who's stronger, a set of current and retired NFL players?
Or a team of sheriff's deputies and firefighters. I have no idea, but I know the guy who has the answer to that, and he's right by that beautiful Versace pool down there at Casa Casa Arena. Jim Barry, what's the answer?
Elliot, I'll tell you, first, before we get to that, we got to get you to South Beach more often so you know Ludacris's greatest hits. Anyway, here's what happened today at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport. Some guys showing off their muscle, really exerting themselves, and this could be dangerous. Easy, fellas, no hernias. There you see the football players led by the Marx brothers, Clayton and Duper, against those sheriff's deputies you talked about, and this looks a bit harder than football, I must say, as the teams take their turns tugging a commercial jetliner. The football players win. Maybe we shouldn't be surprised by that. So the players earn donations to their favorite charities, but above all, they all have a great time doing it. And if Mark Clayton and Mark Duper were there, I can guarantee you that they had fun doing it. Now I'll be back at 6 with sports. In fact, I'll be hearing from Colts coach Tony Dungy. He'll be talking about his own inspiration and where it came from, why he stuck with coaching when he thought perhaps about giving it up. And Devin Hester, the Bears' extraordinary kick returner, talks about the art of the kick return. He has run 6 kicks back for touchdowns this year. That is a record in the NFL. We are live poolside where I've got a little muscle to show off. Just a little. Jim Barry, back to you.
Oh, I know you're a strong guy. Now, the big celebrity party's really swinging into high gear tomorrow night, and CBS 4 will be there. Your Super Bowl station has your party ticket.
It's part of our big coverage as your official Super Bowl station. We'll also bring you specials leading up to the big game, live from right here, Casa Casa Arena, the former Versace mansion, Thursday and Friday night at 7 and Saturday at noon. Plus Sports Zone, live on location at 7 p.m.
And Sunday, our game day coverage kicks off bright and early at 8 a.m. from Dolphin Stadium. Maggie and I will be there for a complete list of all the Super Bowl 41 events leading up to the big game. Just go over to our website, cbs4.com, where the news is always on.
And now also, first at 5, this is a wonderful idea. They can be life-saving devices.
Yeah, we're talking about defibrillators, and now there's an effort to get them in schools. Let's go to CBS 4's Nefertiti Jaquez with that story.
As one doctor put it at today's event, several young lives are lost each year due to sudden heart attacks. So today, folks got together to raise awareness about these machines to make sure another child doesn't die.
I can rest that the mission that was left for us to do has been accomplished.
Just learning that Miami-Dade County public school employees are learning how to save lives using automatic external defibrillators, or AEDs, made Rachel Moyer feel great. So good, she had to choke back tears of joy.
My 15-year-old son was playing basketball in a $70 million school that did not have an automated external defibrillator.
Moyer lost her son Gregory, who was 15 at the time, due to a heart problem. She says he had just wrapped up the first half of a basketball game when in a split second, something went terribly wrong.
He walked off the court at halftime, gave us that look like I had a really good game. And a minute later, we were called into the locker room and he had gone into full cardiac arrest and no one knew what to do. There was not a defibrillator in his school.
That was 7 years ago. Today, Moyer describes her reaction to the more than 100 Miami-Dade County school staffers who learned how to save lives using AEDs at a training event sponsored by the folks over at the South Miami Heart Center.
Peel second pad and place on bare lower chest as shown.
It's heartwarming. You know, it's so exciting because you see something come to fruition.
Eventually, 489 machines will be placed in each Miami-Dade County public school. For Moyer, each machine is a heartbreaking reminder of what happened.
If there had been a defibrillator there in the first 3 to 5 minutes, Gregory would still be alive today.
Lastly, the machines were made possible through a $10 million donation to the Heart Center. That is the very latest from South Miami. Nefertiti Jaquez, CBS 4 News.
Great idea to have those in the classroom. Yeah. All right, still ahead, a very bizarre side effect to some oils and shampoos. Scientists say it's a rare condition in which boys can actually develop breasts. Our Dr. Sean Kniff will have that story.
Also, she's out of rehab, and now we're learning more about Miss USA Tara Connor's wild lifestyle and it's coming from the beauty queen herself.
First, the men arrested for the major bomb scare that practically shut down Boston yesterday face a judge, and they're all smiles. Hear what they're smiling about and saying next.
All that and much more right here on CBS 4 News First at 5, live from the Versace Mansion. We're poolside on the rooftop. Every inch of the party's here covered for you. Keep it right here.
New at 6, Governor Christ takes on voting machines, what he plans to spend to make sure your ballot counts. Plus, our exclusive live Super Bowl coverage continues from South Beach. We've got everything you need to enjoy the big game. All new at 6.
When you want the whole story, count on the combined resources of CBS 4 News and the Miami Herald, working together every day to cover your world. Here's what's on CBS 4 tonight, brought to you in HD TV by BrandSmart USA and Lincoln.
CBS 4 Super Big Return Sweepstakes. Score big prizes with any big return touchdown. Pick up your entry form at participating KFCs. Then watch Sports Wrap Sunday nights to see if you're a big winner. If you see news in the making, dial star CBS 4 on your Metro PCS cellular phone. The CBS 4 News Tip Line is sponsored by Metro PCS. Permission to speak freely. CBS 4 Sports is brought to you by South Florida Cadillac Dealers. Test drive a 2007 Cadillac today.
They're accused of causing a scare with a publicity stunt on busy Boston highways, but these men may be taking their charges just a little bit too lightly. This was awful yesterday. They shut down bridges, they caused panic. It was terrible, and it cost the city of Boston a lot of money. Yet today, when they were asked about it, these men talked about their hair.
Yeah, and you got to wonder why they're talking about their hair and smiling, because these guys are facing felony charges there in Boston. Let's go live right now to CBS 4's Gwen Belton in New York with more on this story for us. Gwen?
Maggie Elliott, New York was one of several cities targeted in the ad campaign, which resulted in criminal charges. The two men involved said they were just doing their job. After a marketing stunt that touched off fears of terrorism, the two men accused of helping to pull it off didn't seem too concerned about the seriousness of the charges filed against them.
I feel like my hair is pretty perfect.
They were all jokes outside the courthouse, but authorities in Boston say what 27-year-old Peter Burdovsky and 28-year-old Sean Stevens did was no laughing matter. The two faced a judge on charges of installing a hoax device and disorderly conduct. They were hired by a New York-based marketing firm that was contracted to promote a Cartoon Network show. The ad campaign, launched in 10 U.S. cities, touched off a major scare in Boston, where 38 of the electronic devices were found. The square-shaped boxes with exposed wires resembled bombs and resulted in the shutdown of major roads and bridges. In New York, police found 41 of the devices, most in Manhattan. Officers dismantled them once they were told of their locations. Turner Broadcasting, which owns the Cartoon Network, issued an apology, but officials in Boston say it's not enough.
Whoever designed it, executed, knew or should have known that it could or would create the kind of unrest, panic, fear.
City officials say they're holding Turner Broadcasting responsible and are looking to see if more charges can be filed. Boston says the stunt cost them more than $500,000. Spokespersons for the marketing firm located here in New York could not be reached for comment. In New York, Gwen Belton, CBS 4 News.
Thank you, Gwen. A huge fire tears through a high school in Idaho this morning. A dozen fire companies were called to control the raging flames at the school outside Boise. The fire consumed half the building, destroying the computer lab and the old gym, as well as the school's office. Officials say the fire started in the boiler room, a room with no sprinklers, by the way, and no one was hurt.
Winter weather hit some places that rarely see it. From North Georgia to North Carolina, people are dealing with a nasty snowstorm. That made it very hard to get around. This car lost control near Asheboro, North Carolina. It ended up flipping over an embankment. Luckily for the driver, he got out okay. Let's take you to Atlanta, where they got enough snow to build this. This was a news reporter who was assigned to cover the story, and she built this snowman. I prefer my assignment today because I can build a sandcastle.
Oh, it's awesome here. Nobody can use the word nasty when it comes to our weather. It is just gorgeous. I was worried earlier that it might rain, but I was dead wrong.
It was perfect, and the breeze is just right. David Bernard is here with us. Doesn't get any better than this, David.
It really doesn't, and don't ask me to improve on it because I probably can't. Now, tomorrow, we might add a few degrees of thermometer. Might get a little bit warmer, but let's see where we've been so far today. The high temperatures reached just shy of 80 degrees, 79 at Weather Control in Doral, the airport 79. Fort Lauderdale, you were 78, Key West 79, and we had mid and upper 60s for lows, and no rainfall for today. Now, just in case you're wondering how nice it is here in South Florida, I thought, hey, let's take a look and see what it's like back home for those folks in Chicago and Indianapolis. And I've got a score running right now, temperature-wise. The score is 23 degrees for Chicago and 26 for Indianapolis. So I guess Indianapolis is winning in both respects there, since I guess I'd take 26 over 23, right? Well, let's go back to South Florida. Here's a look at our temperatures right now, running right around 77 degrees. Pompano Beach and Homestead, you're at 75. The other story today, the winds have really kicked up out of the south and the southeast. Look at the sustained winds right now, 15, 16 miles per hour. Occasionally you'll see a gust, especially at the beach tonight, over 20. But all in all, it's going to be a nice warm breeze. It's going to be a very nice evening. Weather across the southeast, it is nasty in the Panhandle. They've had severe weather up there today. Jacksonville, stormy and 65. Look at Atlanta, though. They're in the cold air. Only 39 degrees there. Not a nice day at all. You go into the northeast, not a lot of weather to speak of. A little bit of snow coming off the lakes, but it is typically wintertime chill for the big cities. 34 at D.C. and New York, and in the 30s also in Boston. In the Midwest, some light snow around Chicago and Indianapolis, as we were mentioning, 23 there. Memphis has had a little bit of ice today, but they're currently at 34 degrees. And again, out west, no big problems, mainly dry out there. A little cold in the Dakotas, 5 at Billings, Montana right now, L.A. and San Francisco in the 50s. Here's the South Florida forecast for tonight. It's a good one, a warm breeze and not too humid, 72 for the low. Then for tomorrow, windy and warm, a few showers or a spotty storm with a high of 85. Your mold and pollen report for today is indicating that we have mold on the low side and pollen is moderate. So let's check out the weekend forecast, and here we go into the big game. Truly tropical and windy tomorrow with spotty storms. Could be all the way up to 85 degrees. On Saturday, sun at times. There will be some showers around with a high of 81 because of the increase in cloud cover. And there you go on Sunday, super soggy, breezy, and cooler with highs in the low 70s. It does look like the front's going to come through sometime during the day, maybe before the game starts at 6:30, and there will be some rain around, but hopefully it won't be widespread and heavy.
All right, hopefully. Thank you,
you're
David.
okay.
Well, South Beach, where we are, is known for partying, but let's talk about someone who did a little too much partying and almost lost her crown as Miss USA. Tonight, Tara Connor is talking about her bad behavior. She told The Insider that she dabbled in cocaine, but says that alcohol was her biggest vice. Tara doesn't blame her move from Kentucky to New York City for her hard partying, though. Donald Trump, the owner of the Miss USA pageant, gave Tara a second chance after reports surfaced about her hard partying, but told the 21-year-old that she better clean up her ways.
Potter fans, write this down. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the 7th and final installment of the series, will be out on July 21st. Not to spoil it for you, but we've learned in the book 2 characters will be killed off. The 5th movie in the series, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, will come out 8 days before the book does. Now, meantime, the star of the movie, Daniel Radcliffe, stirred up some controversy. The 17-year-old will be starring in the play Equus in London, where he appears nude.
On this glorious day here in South Florida, Governor Christ comes to town and makes a big announcement. He wants to scrap the state's controversial touchscreen voting machines. Coming up, Michelle Gillen explains why you could still end up voting on what he calls a flawed system.
Tears run down the faces of South Florida children worried about their mother who could be deported, what 2 local congressmen are doing to keep that family together.
But first, scientists make a strange connection between shampoos, soaps, lotions, and something that's happening to young boys. CBS 4 health specialist Dr. Sean Caniff will have the story next.
And a live picture from Dolphin Stadium where guess who's performing? Prince is performing right now, rehearsing. This is a rehearsal, but it's turned into a performance there. He is the halftime performer at the Super Bowl, and right now he is doing a rehearsal there with some of his best friends. Look at all those people out there. We'll be right back. Time now to open up Dr. Sean's medical file. We want to tell you about some strange side effects of some popular shampoos and oils.
This study is very alarming. It found that products containing lavender and tea tree oils may cause breast growth in young boys. CBS 4's Dr. Sean Caniff is in the newsroom with the details. Doctor.
Maggie Elliott, although the problem is probably rare, it is indeed alarming. A report of 3 boys experienced breast growth shortly after after using chemicals that contain lavender oil or tea tree oil. And once they get into the skin, these chemicals act a lot like the female hormone estrogen.
Lisa Lopez slathers lavender body lotion on her son Ryan every day to keep his skin baby soft and smelling fresh.
Lavender is my favorite cream. I use it actually for both my boys, my 3-year-old and him.
But that cream might come with a strange side effect. An article in the New England Journal of Medicine claims 3 normal, unrelated boys all started growing breast tissue, a condition called gynecomastia.
According to the report, all 3 boys had one thing in common. They were all using a soap, shampoo, or body lotion that contained lavender oil or tea tree oil.
Both of the ingredients are found in some of the most popular products on store shelves.
Any of these kinds of products absorb through the skin.
Dr. Robin Nemery is a pediatric hormone at Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital. She says after lavender and tea tree oil products seep into the skin, they travel in the bloodstream, where they can act on breast tissue like the female hormone estrogen, causing the breast to grow.
The lavender oil and the tea tree oil are stimulating estrogen, essentially stimulating estrogen receptors and blocking male hormone.
But when the 3 boys studied stopped using the products, the gynecomastia went away. Experts believe the problem is rare, and more research is needed to confirm the link. So right now, it's up to parents to decide.
Well, I'm going to be extra careful right now. In fact, I'm going to get rid of all that lavender cream.
What to do with the information.
Now, this possible problem with lavender and tea tree products may not be restricted to boys. At least in theory, the estrogen-like effects could cause a variety of hormone-related problems in men, women, and young girls. In the newsroom, Dr. Sean Kniff, CBS 4 News.
All right, Doctor, thank you. And that's going to do it for this special edition of CBS 4 News at 5, live from Casa Casuarina on South Beach.
Let's send it back to the studio and Rob Hanrahan and Beatrice Canals.
Now, live. This is CBS 4 News at 6.